and they moved to another state because that state had a school for their children. I saw these brothers transforming themselves from no Islam to Islam. They were not even committed to the religion. They did it just out of feeling responsible for their children. And Allah blessed them. Their children would come back home and teach them. Father, the teacher taught me so and so today. And I don't see you doing it, Father. Why didn't you do it? أن تلد الأمة ربتها. It's one of the ways to explain this. That children become the teachers. And I see these brothers transforming by the virtue of their commitment to their children. And I see them also being compensated in the dunya. Allah giving them a better job. I'm not asking you to leave Connecticut, but I'm asking you to put your hands together as a community and produce a good Islamic school. A good Islamic school, brothers and sisters in Islam, must have one law. This institution is governed by the Quran and the Sunnah, based on the understanding of the first 3 generations. If this is the rule, you're not going to question, should we have music? Should we have mixing? Should the teachers be wearing hijabs? Should we have a dress code? Everything is running according to the Quran and Sunnah. This is the solution. And at the same time, never neglect the other subjects, like I said. We want our children to be pioneers in the society. We want to have good engineers, good doctors. We want to instill inside them the knowledge also that will help this country become a better country. There is no problem. But not at the expense of their akhirah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, when they carry us to the graveyard and dig a hole there for us and place us there and cover us with sand and dirt and leave us alone, 2 angels come and wake us up, and they don't ask us, +1 + 1 = what? They do not quiz us in math, language arts, and science. No, they ask you, who's your Lord? What is your deed? What do you know about the Sunnah? That's what they ask you. And based on these answers, whether you have learned it and implemented it in the dunya or not, you will be given a garden from paradise. You will be secured in the day of resurrection, and you will be permitted to Jannah. Yes, language arts, math and science will help us to get a better house, better car, but it will not help us to get a better akhirah. No. Again, don't think I'm backward and I want our children, our Muslim youth, the next generation to be negligent of these subjects. No. But don't give it precedence at the expense of their akhirah. That's what I'm saying. We have to think about colleges. There is no Muslims who think about colleges. Are we lesser than Catholics? There is a Catholic high school. There is a Catholic university. Why don't we think like these people and think about having an Islamic university where non-Muslims can actually come and learn? Non-Muslim students can come and enroll and learn Islam as well. We need to think about hospitals. We have to think this way. We have to dream at least. brothers and sisters in Islam. So those are the three components I promised to finish on time. The Muslim home, the masjid, the school. If you miss any of those, the chances are not there. I'm telling you. Your child will fall a victim to the society, peer pressure. And at the end of the day, you may end up with another Eric. Not necessarily the first generation. Eric is the third generation. Eric, you remember Eric? He's a third generation. He's not the first generation. I'm sorry, he's a second generation. I want to close by saying, subhanallah, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, الحديث في مسلم, إذا مات الإنسان أو ابن آدم, اللفظان صحيحان, when the son of Adam dies, انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث. When you die, you do not receive any more good deeds, except from three sources. You know the first source is what? وَلَدٌ صَالِحٌ يَدْعُو لَهُ. Having a righteous, walad by the way does not mean a boy. Walad means child, offspring. A righteous offspring who will invoke the mercy of Allah upon you. Imagine. Now I'm telling you as a father, if you have not contributed to the righteousness and piety of your child, if you have not nourished them, if you have not given them a Muslim home, a masjid that teaches the Sunnah, an Islamic education, how are you expecting them to make dua for you after you die? Brothers and sisters in Islam, in the day of resurrection, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show a man a mountain of deeds. He will say, Ya Rab, I have not done this. How did I get this? Allah will tell him, هَذَا بِاسْتِغْفَارِ وَلَدِكَ لَكَ. This is your son, your daughter. Take care of your children. Take care of your amanat. If you want to help the ummah, if you want to help Islam, give your child to Islam. Teach them the deen. Nourish them on the deen. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك والحمد لله رب العالمين.